Dad! Dad! Someone stabbed Angela with a knife. What? What happened, Ethan? Ethan, what happened, honey? I'm fine. I'm here. It's okay. He's having another seizure. We have to take him to the hospital. Ethan is all grown up now, and he is leaving his house. It was almost 12 years ago. Ethan and his mother and father got into a car accident, returning home from vacation. His mother passed away. His father survived, breaking his arm and ribs. And Ethan suffered major head injury. Robert Anderson is a wealthy businessman, and he spent thousands for his son's treatment, and later hired a nurse to care for Ethan at home. Though Ethan's health had improved, the head injury caused long-term effects. Whenever Ethan got too excited or scared, he suffered from seizures. Fortunately, Angela was there to help. Seeing her take care of Ethan like her own son, Robert grew a soft spot for her. And eventually, he married her. Angela! Angela, there's someone in my room! No one's here, sweetheart. Everything is fine. For Ethan, Angela was his everything. He doesn't know how life would be without Angela. 5 years into the marriage, Angela and Robert had a son, and Ethan was happy to have a little brother. And even now, at 19, Ethan is still very close to her. But recently, he has been dating Jenna, and it has got Angela a little insecure. Is Ethan home? He forgot his notes. Who are you? I'm Jenna, Ethan's friend. Oh, you're that girl. Wait here. What got into her? Your stepmom must really not like you. No, it's not like that at all. If anything, she's jealous. She thinks you're stealing me from her. Recently, Ethan has been noticing his dad and Angela's relationship hasn't been that great. Oftentimes, Ethan would be up at night listening to his dad and Angela arguing. Why is Dad doing this? And it was one of these days. Seeing his dad about to hit Angela, Ethan got in the way. Dad, what are you doing? Leave her alone.
Stay out of this. What do you know? You're a retard.
Ethan had never felt so humiliated before. He was hurt. What happened? Why do you look so down? I can't stay in that house anymore. Why? What happened? I'm a burden for my dad. He probably wishes I died that night. Ethan, he's your dad. He would never want that.
He called me a retard, Jenna.
That's what he thinks of me. I can't stay in that house. I'm running away. What about Angela? I'll have to manage without her. All these years, Ethan had been so dependent on Angela. She took care of his every need, making his meals, getting his medication on time. But Ethan had set up his mind. Ethan packed all his medication, a few pairs of clothes, some money from Angela's purse, and left. Fortunately, a friend of his in the city let him lounge with him at his apartment and helped him get a job. Things were difficult at first. Ethan was afraid that he might get seizures, but fortunately, as the weeks passed and he got so occupied in working and paying the bills, he just stopped caring. Hey Jenna, what's up? Did you hear what happened with your dad? I don't care. Ethan, he had a stroke. He's really unwell. Maybe you should meet him.
What do I know? I'm a retard.
Don't say that. He's your dad. And he said something in rage. Are you going to hold on to it your whole life? Ethan had moved on from his past, and he doesn't want to look back. Almost 3 years have passed, and Ethan is doing quite well for himself. He has been working in construction and got an apartment of his own. But in all this, Ethan got into an accident at the worksite. He couldn't work for almost 2 weeks, and after that, he needed to get a medical checkup to return. Have you been taking any medications? Just some pain relievers. Any medical history? Yes, I got into a car accident when I was 7. Had traumatic brain injury. I was in treatment for many years, I took this medication for seizures, but it's been many years since I stopped and I haven't been having any issues. This medication? Are you sure? Yes, I was prescribed it when I was around 7. Took it for almost 12 years. But this medication isn't for seizures. It's a hallucinogen. What? And you've been taking this since childhood? This could be the reason behind the seizures, not its cure. Leaving the doctor's office, Ethan was shocked. All of a sudden, he realized what had happened. After the accident, he was injured, but he had healed from it. The seizures only began after he started having the medication. The medication Angela gave him. It was her. When Angela was first hired to care for Ethan and started working for the Andersons, she was impressed by how rich Robert Anderson was. Above that, he had lost his wife, his son was disabled. The family was broken, with no way to heal. So Angela planned to make a place for herself in the family and settle her future. But how? Ease my door to this house.
It was true. Angela did take care of Ethan. But at the same time, she was giving him medicine, little by little, to cause mental symptoms of hallucination, anxiety, and seizures.
And over time, when Robert saw his son's condition, he broke down even more. He couldn't see how he would raise Ethan on his own, and looked to Angela. Angela then got close to Robert, and as one thing led to another, she got herself into a relationship and married him. And a few years into their marriage, she took a child with Robert, slowly taking over his life and establishing her right over his wealth and property. But it was soon that Robert started to see her true face. He had suspected Angela had married him for his money, but he overlooked it. But as time progressed, he realized Angela didn't care for him at all. This relationship meant nothing to her, and the distance resulted in arguments and fights. Angela thought she would keep Ethan disabled his whole life and subdue Robert. But in all this, by chance, Ethan had run away. And soon after, her relationship with Robert only got worse. She had to do something. Everything was slipping out of her hands. So she did to him what she did to his son. Angela began slow poisoning Robert with medication that caused high blood pressure. And eventually, it took a toll on his health, and he suffered a stroke. It wouldn't be long before Robert would be no more, and everything of his would be Angela's, as Ethan was mentally unstable and under her mind control. This woman used me. got into my dad's life, ruined his life and my life. And now she thinks she will take over everything? When Ethan realized what happened, he was furious. He wanted revenge. Without thinking, that night, he returned to Bellevue. Ethan? What are you doing here? Your dad isn't well. He'll get really angry if he knows you're here. It's not good for his health, son. You ruined my whole life, my childhood. And today, Dad is suffering because of you. You think you'll take over everything, and I just let you be? As Angela fell, counting the seconds of her life, Ethan stepped inside. When he noticed a little boy, it was Jamie, his brother. Seeing him, he ran upstairs to call his dad. Everything was all so familiar. Ethan just realized he has seen all of this before. Was it just a hallucination or something more? Ethan controlled himself and didn't do anything to Angela. He went upstairs. It's all right, Jamie. Don't be scared. Everything's going to be fine. I'm sorry, Dad. I should have never taken myself away from you. Everything's going to be fine. I'll fix everything. Ethan took over his dad's business and took care of everything. Sent Jamie to a good boarding school. And even his dad is getting better now. And as for Angela, he told her, just be grateful that you're alive or not in jail. You've drugged me for 12 years, and you tried to take the life of my dad. You're very fortunate that you're the mother of Jamie. I guess sometimes even something good may come out of the worst. Leave this house. I'll give you a stipend so you can live the rest of your pathetic life. But you will not come near Dad or Jamie ever again. Angela, realizing her game was over, her years of manipulation, brainwash, and mind control have failed. She had no choice but to accept her defeat.
At least, for now.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.